Technology has come a long way since Back to the Future 2 predicted what 2015 would look like.
Some things they got right, but some things we're still waiting for. John Martin, though, got the chance to hear from experts about this and joins us live and local now in the newsroom with more. John, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Craig. Good morning, Kimberly. You're right. I know nothing about technology. Like, this isn't a costume. This is my actual calculator watch that I wear Monday through Friday.
Yes, we are aware.
This is my vest that I wear because it's nippy outside. Yeah, so I'm not really doing a throwback. I'm really kind of accustomed to dressing like the 80s. I love it. But we sat down with Popular Science, right? Hill Valley, that place you just saw, it was popping back in 1985, what it was supposed to be in 2015. So we wanted to know with Popular Science, where have we come in the last 30 years and where we might be going in the next. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining us to talk about everything that is Back to the Future related, Popular Science related. Man, is this a big day for you guys?
Yeah, we're super excited about it here. We have a lot of Back to the Future fans in the office, so this is something that we've been waiting for a long time.
The future. Unbelievable. Hoverboard. Where is he?
Listen, it was 1985. And I know it's hard for people to envision what the world's going to look like, you know, 30 years down the road. In your opinion, how accurate do you feel they depicted what 2015 would look like 30 years ago?
I think they hit it out of the park. I mean, they correctly predicted things like hoverboards and 3D movies and just the proliferation of these great American brands like Nike and Pepsi and Mattel. So, you know, Robert Zemeckis wasn't the guy that invented or came up with a lot of these ideas, but he definitely did his research and talked to the futurists that were certain that there would be things like video conferencing and hoverboards and such. So I would say A+.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now.
Exactly,
in the 80s, did anybody even think this was like a thing that could actually happen?
The average person wasn't thinking about smartwatches and video conferencing and that sort of thing. So Zemeckis definitely did his homework, and that comes through in the movie.
If there was one thing maybe that you saw in the movie that hasn't come to fruition, what would you have hoped or wish maybe could be coming down the pipe?
Well, so for me, so I grew up in Chicago, so you know, the Cubs winning the World Series is probably the coolest part of that movie to me, and you know, we're still pretty hopeful about it. I mean, obviously there are prototypes and there are a number of you know, I guess flying car versions. There's one-of-a-kind flying cars here and there, but nothing that I can use to get from my apartment to my work. So,
can you even begin to fathom where we could possibly be 30 years from now?
Well, yeah, that's a much harder question to answer. I think in 30 years from now, you know, one of the things that pretty much every technologist and scientist is convinced of is the proliferation of the internet, just having faster internet and having more things connected than ever before. For instance, your car. You might use Pandora or Spotify in your car, but that's enabled through your cell phone. Soon you'll have cellular technology built into your car, and hopefully your console will actually be more like an iPad than it is like a 1950s radio with dials and physical buttons. And that enables the console to be updated at any time by the companies, and so you don't have to drive it into the shop to fix things. That's really exciting in the automotive world. And then even just beyond that, connecting things like coffee makers and fridges and security alarms and your home, you know, the lock on your door, all of these things are going to be interacting with each other in 30 years, and you'll have to think about them less. You can really just automate your life in a lot of ways.
All right. Michael Nunez, Popular Science. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Interesting thing, we did that entire interview via Skype on an Xbox. Kimberly and Craig, I don't know, maybe if you think back in the 80s, could you imagine being able to have a face-to-face conversation with someone through your Atari? Like, is that even like, it's
they'd be little squares.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, amazing is a top shelf word. I hate when we like throw up top shelf words, but it's actually amazing to kind of reflect and look back to see where we've come.
It's a lot of fun, yeah. Going back to what they predicted and where we are and where we could be in the next 30 years too. So.